Oh, uh, here.
Have you ever found yourself trapped in a situation where you desperately wanted to say no, but the word just wouldn't come out? Maybe a coworker asked for help when you were already drowning in work, or a friend invited you to a party when all you wanted was sleep. We often say yes because we are afraid of seeming rude, selfish, or unhelpful. But here is the fascinating truth. The ability to say no gracefully is actually one of the most powerful social skills you can master. It protects your time, it earns you respect, and believe it or not, it can actually strengthen your relationships. Welcome to our lesson on the art of the soft refusal. Today, we are not just learning vocabulary, we are learning how to set boundaries without burning bridges. By the end of this session, you will be able to use modal verbs like would and could to soften your language, master the phrase "I'm afraid," and learn how to offer alternatives so that a rejection feels like a collaboration. Imagine your time is like a bank account. Every time you say yes to something you do not want to do, you are making a withdrawal. If you keep withdrawing without making deposits, eventually you go bankrupt. You burn out. Learning the soft refusal is how you keep your account balanced. Let us begin with the core concept, the softener. In English, a direct no can sound very harsh. It is like a door slamming shut. To keep the door slightly open, we use softeners. Listen to the difference. Option A. No, I can't come to your dinner. Option B. I would love to come, but I'm afraid I can't make it tonight. Option A stops the conversation. Option B keeps the connection alive. The magic lies in the structure. Positive opening plus soft refusal plus reason. Let's break this down with a story. We will follow two characters, Sarah and Mark. Sarah is a graphic designer who is very busy. Mark is her colleague who often needs last-minute favors. Listen carefully to their first interaction. This is the wrong way to do it. Mark says, "Hey Sarah, can you design this flyer for me? I need it by tomorrow morning." Sarah, feeling stressed, snaps back, "No, Mark. I am too busy. Ask someone else." Notice the tension? Mark feels rejected, and Sarah looks uncooperative. Now, let's rewind and try that again using our soft refusal techniques. We will use the modal verb would to show willingness, even if the answer is no. Mark asks, "Hey Sarah, can you design this flyer for me? I need it by tomorrow morning." Sarah takes a deep breath and says, "Mark, I would really like to help you out, but my schedule is completely full today. I wouldn't be able to give it the attention it needs." Let's practice that structure. I would really like to help, but... Repeat after me. I would really like to help, but my schedule is full. Notice how Sarah didn't just say no. She said she would help if she could. This protects Mark's feelings. Now, let's move to the second technique, the "I'm afraid" phrase. This does not mean you are scared. In British and polite American English, "I'm afraid" is a gentle way of saying, "I have bad news," or "I have to decline." Let's see how Sarah uses this when Mark pushes a little harder. Mark says, "Come on, Sarah. It will only take an hour. Please?" Sarah responds, "I'm afraid it's just not possible today, Mark. I have a deadline at 5 o'clock. I'm afraid it's not possible." This phrase removes the personal element. It suggests that the situation is saying no, not Sarah herself. Repeat this phrase. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid it's not possible. Now let's look at the third and most advanced technique, the alternative offer. This is where you say no to the specific request, but yes to the person. You are rejecting the task, not the relationship. You use could or might to suggest other options. Mark is looking stressed. He really needs help. Sarah sees this and offers a solution. She says, "I can't do it today, but I could take a look at it on Wednesday morning." Or, perhaps you might ask David? He is usually free on Tuesdays. See what happened there? Sarah stood her ground. She did not say yes to the immediate request. But she offered a could. I could look at it Wednesday. She also offered a might. You might ask David. She is still being helpful, even while saying no. Let's practice these alternative structures. Repeat after me. I can't do it now, but I could help later. I can't help, but you might try asking David. Now, let's put it all together in a full conversation. We are going to do a role-play exercise. Imagine you are Sarah. I will play Mark. I want you to listen to my request, and then I will give you a prompt for how to reply. Ready? I am Mark. I say, "Sarah, I am in big trouble. My car broke down. Can you drive me to the airport right now? It is a 2-hour drive." That is a huge request. You cannot do it. You have work. I want you to use the positive opening plus soft refusal technique. Say, "I wish I could help, but I am working right now." Go ahead, say it out loud. I wish I could help, but I am working right now. Okay, I am going to push you again. Mark says, "Please? I will miss my flight if you don't take me." Now, use the "I'm afraid" technique. Say, "I'm afraid I simply can't leave the office." Try it. I'm afraid I simply can't leave the office. Excellent. Now, let's offer an alternative so you don't leave me stranded. Say, "However, I could call a taxi for you immediately." Say it with me. However, I could call a taxi for you immediately. Do you feel the difference? You held your boundary. You did not drive me to the airport. But you were kind, polite, and helpful. That is the art of the soft refusal. Let's explore one more scenario, this time in a social setting. Social refusals can be tricky because we don't want to hurt our friends' feelings. Imagine your friend Lisa invites you to a very expensive restaurant for her birthday. You are saving money, so you cannot afford it. Lisa says, "Hey, We are all going to the Golden Palace for dinner on Friday. You're coming, right? You do not want to say, "No, I have no money." That can feel uncomfortable. Instead, let's use a phrase called the vague wish. You say, "That sounds lovely, Lisa. I wish I could join you, but I'm afraid I have to stick to a strict budget this month. I wish I could." This uses the past tense modal could to express a hypothetical desire. It shows your heart is in the right place. Then, you follow up quickly with the alternative. You say, "I can't make the dinner, but perhaps we could grab a coffee on Saturday morning." My treat. By offering a coffee, which is cheaper, you show that you still value Lisa's friendship. You are replacing the expensive no with an affordable yes. Let's recap the structure of that social refusal. Step 1. Validate the invitation. That sounds lovely. Step 2. The soft refusal with a reason. I'm afraid I have to stick to a budget. Step 3. The alternative. Perhaps we could grab coffee. Why is this important? Because when you say no clearly and kindly, people trust your yes. If you always say yes when you mean no, your yes loses its value. People might think you are a pushover. But when you use these soft refusal techniques, you demonstrate self-respect. Let's practice the pronunciation of our key modal verbs one more time. These words need to sound soft and elongated, not short and sharp. Listen to the length of the word would. Would. I would love to. Now listen to could. Could. I could help later. And afraid. Afraid. I'm afraid not. If you say them too quickly, they sound robotic. I would love Dito. No. Slow it down. I would love to. This creates a tone of sincerity. Let's try a final challenge. I am going to give you 3 direct, rude refusals. I want you to mentally transform them into soft refusals using the tools we learned today. Rude refusal number 1. I don't want to go to the movies. How would you soften this? Maybe use, I'm afraid. Think about it. A great answer would be, I'm afraid I'm not really in the mood for a movie tonight. Rude refusal number 2. Stop asking me for money. This is a hard one. How do you say this politely? Maybe use, I wish I could. Think about it. A great answer would be, I wish I could help you out, but I'm not in a position to lend money right now. Rude refusal number 3. No. I'm busy. Let's use the alternative offer here. Think about it. A great answer would be, I'm completely swamped at the moment, but I might be free after 4 o'clock. You see? The message remains the same, the answer is no, but the delivery changes everything. You are preserving the relationship while protecting your resources. As we wrap up, remember that saying no is a skill like any other. It takes practice. The first time you say, I'm afraid I can't. Your heart might beat a little faster. You might feel guilty. That is normal. But the more you practice these scripts, the easier it becomes. You will find that people actually respond very well to honesty when it is wrapped in kindness. Your homework for this week is simple. Look for one opportunity to use a soft refusal. Maybe it is declining a meeting invite that isn't necessary, or saying no to an extra shift, or simply telling a friend you are too tired to go out. Use the formula: positive opening, soft refusal, alternative. I'd love to, but I can't today. How about next week? It is simple, it is elegant, and it is effective. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the nuance of English communication. Keep practicing, keep shadowing, and remember, you have the right to say no.